Yo, what up? This is T Money, and you are now watching the T Money Podcast joint. And we in the building. What's up, Stacks? How you doing?
Going on? Everything is wonderful. You know?
Everything is wonderful.
Another
Everything
day
is
above ground.
Didn't I
It's
tell you my
great.
daughter was gonna call me as soon as we start? She just called.
Say hello.
No, I didn't. And we taking
gonna
right
dub
now.
the call?
Well, I told
You
her
dubbing the call?
I did.
You doing what they do?
She dumped me. Look at it. She calling again. So no.
Just hit.
No.
I'm gonna call you later. She got me like,
Hey,
Dad.
You know, we good. I don't want to put her on blast because I don't know. It's a
Dad.
video. It's a video.
Oh, you don't know what she gonna
Right,
say.
that's what I'm trying to tell you. So no, we good. So listen, peace, two fingers, man. We in the building, man. And we got a distinguished guest today. But first, I gotta talk about Brooklyn Blue. Brooklyn Blue is in the building. The rum infused beverage that we drink every single time we here. We get down. Peace out to Brooklyn. Peace out to Aaron. Peace out to the founder and the man for Brooklyn Blue. And you guys got to get this, man. Brooklyn Blue is 100% official, man. It goes down. What's it go down?
It goes down smooth.
It go down real smooth. Like Barry White, it goes down smooth, ladies and gentlemen. It goes down
like it.
super smooth.
I like it. Yes, it is smooth. It doesn't have like a tart aftertaste. You know, like how some liquors or wines have like a tart taste to them. This is not like that, and it's also it's pineapple and coconut,
Yeah,
right?
no
So
question.
you can definitely taste the pineapple. So it's not overdone.
Right.
It's one of those things where you have to be mindful of how much you're drinking, because when you stand up, whoa.
Because you be talking like this.
Right.
Okay, then, thank you very much. Okay. So you start bugging out. You'll start bugging out no, I'm not drunk.
Am I there?
No, we're not there yet.
Because you don't know when you're there. That's the thing.
No, I know. I'm a professional alcoholic. I just don't go to the classes. But listen to me. So salute to Brooklyn Blue, and thank you very much for being the sponsor of the Team Money Podcast joint. But today, I gotta say that this gentleman was part of a crew that I watched as a youngster, right? And I even have cassette tapes of their performances. You know, I used to go to all the old school joints back in the day with my box, and just leave my box by the speaker and press record.
Really?
Yeah, no, this is not a game. I'm dead
I'm
serious.
not laughing.
And I used to bring those tapes back to Long Island. You know what I mean?
Did you sell them?
Yeah, well, not to sell them. I wasn't savvy enough at the time to sell them, but I did give some away. I made copies and.
Okay.
But this gentleman is in the building today, man. I want to give it up to my man EK Mike C from the Crash Crew.
Woo!
Salute to your existence, man. Salute to you, man. How you doing there? Good. How you doing, brother?
So far, I'm doing good.
I know, man. You're so cool, man. You're so reserved. You're cool. You're cool in the fam, bro. I can't mess with you, brother. How's everything? How you been? Good?
I've been good.
Yeah?
Can't complain.
Listen to me. So talk to me, man. You're part of a legendary crew. And I want to break out my shirt. So what y'all know about this? See, peep this. Can you get this on camera, Jay? Can you get this on camera? The amazing Crash Crew is here. You know what I mean? And on the back, you know the names. You already know the names. If you were hip hop, listen to me. If you watching my show and you know hip hop, you know the names. It's Reggie Reg, it's Barry B, it's EK Mike C. You know what I mean? G-Man, my man. You know the whole list right here. DJ Daryl C. You know the whole list. Don't play with me, man. It's the Crash Crew. Don't play games, bro.
Nice.
You know what I mean?
Where you
We
get that
don't
shirt
want to
from?
be left behind. All we want to do is just
Rock your mind.
blow your mind.
How you
Just
blow your
one
mind?
more. Yo, so
That
talk.
song
So
will never die.
Never.
the never, because the intro was so sick. So talk to me a little. First,
I'm in party mode now.
I personally know a little of the history. Well, a lot of the history, truth be told. But
sorry.
speak to my audience in regards to how the Crash Crew started. You know, and you guys are legendary, and because you come from an era where rap groups were big groups. That, you know, there were 5 or more people in the group. And you guys performed. I mean, rap groups back then performed like R&B groups do today. You know,
Right.
like you would see like New Edition do all these moves. That's how rap groups used to perform.
Yeah.
So talk to me a little about the beginning.
It's funny you said that because it was mentioned to me from a guy from Brooklyn, from one of the groups. I forget which group it is. He said we was like the Temptations of hip hop.
Oh wow!
Like wow, you know, it's some truth to that.
Right,
know.
right.
If you ever watched the Temptations movie, the struggles that they went through, we pretty much went through the same thing.
Right.
So Crash Crew started back in 1977. And I was walking through Lincoln Projects.
Lincoln. Wow.
Stand up, Lincoln.
West, salute.
Stinking Lincoln.
Stinking Lincoln.
Stinking Lincoln.
I don't like that for y'all. Okay.
But that's what it is, though.
I know, but I don't.
Lincoln
I never
Projects
liked
in
that for
Harlem.
y'all.
It's called Stinking
I never
Lincoln.
liked it.
Facts.
Never liked it.
So before I got with the group in 77, I was learning the ropes of DJing through disco music. Played at a club called The Pitch. We built the club. Went down to the record stores to get the records from the record stores. That was our record pool back then. So we get the records, take them back to the club, play them, watch the crowd, how they react to the certain records, fill out the response sheets, take it back to the record company and get more records. That's how we used to do it.
Nice.
Right.
So that's how you test it out.
Right.
Okay.
So that was back in like 75 when I was doing that. And then in 77, walking through Lincoln Projects with my little box, with my little...
On your shoulder? Okay.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I had to try to tell you the box. You think I'm joking?
So the guys from the neighborhood, I knew who they were. And they was like, Mike, you know you in the music. We starting this new group, right? A rap group. I said, okay. I like entertainment, you know. Big fan of the Jacksons back in the day.
Oh, okay, yes.
Come
We
on
all
now.
were. We all were.
Right.
You know, so I agreed to sign with them. And then I took them down to my peoples where I was working with, you know, to let them know I'm not flat leaving them like that, but I'm joining this group and they appreciate it. And since then, when I got with the group, I said, we can't just do rap, you know, we have to do something different.
You need to be melodic.
You know? So we put together a routine and I said, you know, we gotta have combine song and rap together. So I wrote a piece of the song and it got shot down.
Oh, okay.
So G-Man had a song. He had just joined the group at the time before we did High Power Rap. So he had just joined the group from Disco Dave. And he wrote a song that fitted to the end of the record. So we said, okay, cool, we'll go with that. When we was recording that record, High Power Rap, we didn't have the technology that we have today. You know, you can make a mistake, you punch in.
Right.
You know, you make a mistake,
You got to do it all over.
the
whole
way back to the
thing.
beginning.
Oh my God.
You know, and we was in the studio from 12 in the afternoon to close to 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, wow.
You know, and then I remember the last take that we took, we all held hands, we prayed.
That
Let's
it go
get
right.
this you know, but even out of all of that, we thought we had it right. Somebody bumped the mic.
Oh.
You hear it in the end of the record, somewhere in the mid.
Oh,
to the
wow.
End of the record,
Yeah, because that'll
you
stay
know?
on the track, make it hard to mix. Right.
You know, so that's the stuff we went through.
Oh, wow. Wow, brother.
So, EK Mike C. What does the EK stand for?
Everybody knows.
Everybody knows
Everybody
Mike
knows
C.
Mike C.
Okay. I like you know what's so dope about hip hop from the very beginning, which you have the privilege to be a part of, is that you know you gotta have swag to be in hip. You can't just be like a square.
Right.
You know what I mean? You could be a square, meaning like you're not in any type of illegal activities, or maybe you can be. I don't know, but I'm just saying. The swag has to be there.
So
It has to be there.
So you guys came out with High Power,
Everybody knows Mike
right?
C.
And you We Wanna Rock, right? So at that time, there wasn't too many people coming out with records, right?
No.
I mean, it was a small. It's not like back when maybe a little few years later when people were coming out with records every week. But at that time, it was few and far between. So. And then your record was actually getting played. So talk to me about how that hit different, because that must have changed what was going on with the crew and how things developed from there.
Well, High Power Rap was our own independent
Right.
Mike and Dave, and that was back in, I believe, late '79, early '80s.
Right.
And after a few months, we felt that they were duplicating our own records, bootlegging our own records under the name Tony Rome, right? We got word of them out. From
That's crazy right there.
125th Street record
Hold on,
shop.
wait a minute. Somebody was bootlegging your records then?
Bootlegging our own record on the Tony Rome label.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And we got word that it was Mike and Dave, you know.
Oh, that's terrible.
We had a thing with...
And Mike and Dave were very popular at that time because they were doing a lot of shows and they were big time promoters.
They started off with
Right.
with Dougie Fresh,
Right.
Rob Bass, Bismarck.
Yeah.
I'm the one who introduced Bismarck to Mike and Dave.
Oh, okay.
In Long Island.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a funny story. He's like, Mike, how can I get put on? I said, well, come down to the next show we do in Long Island, which was Shirley Arena.
Oh, okay.
And he came
out in Shirley, because he was out there in Coram
Yeah.
at the time. Right, right.
So he came out there. I introduced him to Mike and Dave, and Mike and Dave was putting him on certain shows out there.
Right.
And then he blew up, you know. But he never forgot.
Right.
Who helped him out.
Nice.
Yeah, salute to
Yeah, we
Bismarck,
gave him
man.
Bismarck,
R.I.P.
yeah.
to Biz, man.
Yeah.
So that's how that came about.
That's so bootlegging even with people's material started even back then. You know, it didn't wait till later in the '90s when it became popular.
Nah, they was doing it right from the beginning.
But that's unbelievable. Like why? Okay. So now let me digress. But you put your song out, right? And even though it was bootlegged, I mean to someone like yourself, that was kind of terrible because it's messing up your money. But it did increase your popularity because now the record's heard all over the place, right?
Right.
So how did that affect the group overall?
Well, actually, we did most of our promotions ourselves.
Right.
Remember the OJ Cabs?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we made like 1,000 cassette tapes with just that song on it.
Nice.
Gave it to every little OJ.
Oh, how cool was that? Right.
Yeah. So
That's dope.
Whenever you get in the cab,
Right.
you
They
hear our
playing
rap
it.
with
Right.
You know.
They was
so-
pre-gaming before they hit the club.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, that's hot.
And then when the record, actually, when we pressed the record, it was blank labels. We took one of them stamps, Mike and Dave
The
Disco.
official
Right,
joint
right.
now. It's
See
official.
Crash Crew on there, and then we signed it and sold it at the back of the car from the trunk. Long Island, Queens, wherever.
Everywhere.
You know.
How did Crash Crew actually become a group? Like, how do you guys? I mean, it's a lot of you. How do you guys get together? Were you guys childhood friends, or did you go to high school together? Or?
Pretty much we was childhood friends from elementary school. The guys was a little younger than me, maybe a year or two younger.
Right.
You know, so I was in the age of with Disco Dave, pretty much.
Oh, Disco Dave.
Yeah. So when we formed, like I said, I was walking through the projects. They asked me to join. I got with them, and then we started creating routines and lyrics to go with the set. We had 2 DJs, and it was 6 MCs. Disco Dave was an MC.
Oh, he was.
Yeah.
Was he?
Yeah.
See, this is why we do these interviews, because I
Matter of fact,
learned something just now.
Disco Dave's rhyme in High Power Rap, Girls, Girls, Girls,
I know. Right.
comes from, you hear it on
Yeah.
Right.
Jay-Z's album.
Right. The girl song.
Girls,
I love
girls,
Yeah.
girls.
That's from High Power Rap.
Clap your
I
hands.
know that.
Uh-huh.
I was when I was listening to
They
it first.
call you the. Oh, that is
Yeah.
his. That is his. Wow.
That's the rhyme from Disco Dave.
Walking down the street with the box in your hand and you're playing the music of the show shot, man. Don't think I don't know, man. I know, man.
You know.
We say
The Poison Clan, yeah.
Poison Clan.
Yeah,
Now,
but
it's a funny story.
he
with
flipped
that.
it. He flipped it. All right.
Wu-Tang Clan got the idea from the Poison Clan.
From y'all.
Yeah.
From watching
They
y'all.
wrote it up in Source Magazine.
That's dope.
Oh wow.
I love that. I love that they recognize you. It's just a lot of artists don't do that. It's kind of like not wiping your feet when you come in the house.
Exactly.
Or walking through somebody's house and you don't have permission. If I come to your house, you have to invite me into your house. Not like sinners, okay? But I mean, like because I'm in the house, but I'm not gonna walk all through your house
Right.
because that's not how I was raised.
Right.
But there are some people that will come in, open your fridge, look through your cabinets. I'm sorry, did we go shopping together? What?
Do you live here even? How about
Right.
that?
You stay at the door. Some people don't do that.
Mm.
Some people don't do that. So
There's
I'm
a-
happy that they acknowledged you
Yeah, there's
and
a-
they know whose shoulders they standing on.
There's a few
Respect.
artists who, give us recognition, like LL Cool J when he was
Yeah.
on Arsenio, DMC, recognition.
DMC was a guest on this show. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very engaging individual, my man D. And I wouldn't expect any less of him. So you guys performed a lot back then, and hip hop was always about performances, but back then for sure because they won a lot of records.
Right.
So talk to me a little about you guys' performances. Did you? I mean, I know there were other groups at the time. Like the other groups, there was Cold Crush. A lot of groups were like similar in their performances.
Cold Crush,
Funky Four,
Fantastic Five,
Fantastic Five, right?
So
talk to me a little about the Park Jams, maybe. And the
Park
energy.
Jams was incredible.
Right.
Because, like I said, we didn't have social media that we have today.
Right.
So everything was word of mouth.
Right.
Crash Crew playing the Lincoln Projects.
Right.
That's all you need to hear.
Or even a flyer, right?
Because we didn't really advertise on flyers that we were playing in parks.
Okay.
That's all word of mouth with no flyer, nothing.
That's
it was packed.
That's just a phone call. Girl, you going?
Right.
Yo, you pulling up?
Right.
Parks was
Anybody know what time? Where they gonna be at?
So that's how that came about.
So you didn't have any camaraderie with any of the groups, like right now, like R&B groups are ill. Like they go out, and if they're all in the concert together, like if they're similar, they'd be like, oh, like you watched remember you seen the Motown doc. The Motown doc was ill. Like the Temptations had beef with the Four Tops. The Four Tops had beef with, you feel me? Like, and I'm sure like that the rap artists had the same kind of energy at the time. Like, oh, I don't want to go on after Cold Crush. I don't want to go.
Back then, me personally, I didn't believe in competition.
Oh, okay. Right.
I'll go against anybody.
Because you were
swag.
Come swag.
On.
Right.
Come on. That's the swag.
That's what I'm talking about.
He already knew.
Right. That's what it is. That's why he said, I don't worry about that competition. Can anybody gonna bust me? Right? Pause.
Everybody
but
know Mike.
Don't get me wrong. There was groups out there that I felt that was good enough.
Y'all did shows.
Seven.
What about
Johnny Warner?
Right.
They were good.
Right.
They had their little thing going on. Funky Four.
Right.
The routines was tight.
Right. What about Flash and them? Flash and them was there?
Wasn't no competition.
Oh, swag. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, drink Brooklyn Blue. Yeah, the Brooklyn Blue moment right there. Okay.
It's funny you say that because there was a promoter, man, Dip Light, right? He wanted a Flash versus Crash.
Oh, wow.
There was flyers done up.
Y'all showed up?
They never showed up.
I knew you was gonna say that.
They never showed up.
So
wow, they forfeited.
Yeah.
They was in traffic?
Well, listen to me. Hold on. I want to say salute to Grandmaster Flash and the Furious. But Raheem. Raheem was a guest on our show, right? That's my guy. So. This is interesting. So keep talking because I want to ask him why didn't you show up, good buddy? What happened with you?
But they good people,
Yeah. That's cool.
They good people.
Yeah, but that's beautiful. But so that's the early years, bro. Like so moving forward, your songs come out. You white label them, right? They were bootlegged. So we got that established. So moving forward, you had the two hot singles. So moving forward, you had a stint on Sugar Hill, right?
Oh, let me tell you.
Talk to us a little about Sugar Hill. 'Cause I know Sugar Hill had a bunch of artists, and some of them weren't happy. The Sugar Hill whole thing is a whole other show. 'Cause we can do a show on Sugar Hill. Period.
I don't think none of the groups was happy.
Right.
Unless you was Sylvia's favorite at the time.
Right.
But how that came about, they wanted us to do Freedom on Sugar Hill label. Right? We
so
kept turning them down.
And make more money.
Like, we ain't got no third party cut, everything comes to us, So we had a little conflict on the road with the Furious.
Woo.
They was complaining, how y'all gonna let them do this record and they ain't do it with Sugar Hill.
Oh, really? It was, this is what I'm trying to get down to, the beef. There's beef right now. Because it was like Freedom. Yeah. Like, look, there's beef on the road with not Sugar Hill, with Furious 5 and the Crash Crew. That's a very interesting conversation. So let's dwell into that, shall we? So real talk, Mike. So what happened?
I think a lot of groups besides Furious, they was probably intimidated by us,
Right.
because we didn't do a regular set like any other groups.
Mm-hmm.
Everything was coordinated with us, pretty much.
Oh, okay.
We ran routine, from routine to another routine, and the DJ knew when to switch the records,
Right.
to come in with the different routines. And a lot of groups couldn't do that,
Mm.
So you're the mastermind behind putting all of this together.
Pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much.
Mm.
And so how did you, because that's similar to, well, that's arrangement, right? But for like in dance, that's like choreography.
Right.
Because you envision what the choreography is going to look like. And you also had choreography because this is how, this is what made your crew as entertaining as they were when they hit the stage, because you have the music routines and you also have the dance moves. So like, what does that look like? Ladies and gentlemen, coming to the stage, we got Crash Crew. What does that feel like?
So first of all,
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk about the 369 Armory.
Oh, okay.
First hip hop thing in Harlem. We had suits made by Sylvia's, was it her niece? Her name is Deborah. We had suits like if it was made for the Jackson 5. They were jumpsuits with rhinestone belts.
Nice.
Yeah, what was up, yo? Let me tell you something. Back then,
Listen.
let me tell you,
That's
back
what
then,
it
the rhinestones, the studded bracelets, yo, that was the vibe. That was the vibe.
I felt that it was like Skittle suits, because each one of us had different colors.
Oh wow.
Okay, so at that time, did you like it? When you put it on, did you like it or did y'all feel uncomfortable in it?
Sort of uncomfortable.
Okay. Okay,
Okay.
because that's
So,
real.
yeah.
That's real.
Then we had the little marshmallows, right? Shoes.
Oh, that
So
marshmallow
you match
shoes.
the color with the dye to
Yo.
go with the suit.
For our younger viewing audience, marshmallow shoes were the hot platform shoes that had white bottoms. They were
Yes.
marshmallows. People used to fight back in the 70s for marshmallows, son. I had one pair. That's all I had. That's all I could afford. I barely wore them, but I had the marshmallow vibes. I looked like I was in the back of the Jet magazine. You ever seen one of those?
Of course I've seen it.
Yeah. I'm sorry,
Man,
Stacks. Like, what the heck who you think you talking to, son? But anyway, but that's ill. So you performed with that on?
We performed with that.
The
We had a dance step.
I'm sorry. I said, look, hold on.
The
I said I
disrespect.
apologize.
I used to want to be a Jet Beauty, the beauty of the week. Like I used to want to be a Jet
Oh.
Beauty. I was too little, but anyway, go ahead, keep
Okay,
going.
okay,
Keep going.
look,
I'm gonna
we'll
stay over here where I'm
reconvene
at.
about
Yeah,
your
I'm gonna
Jet
come
Beauty
back.
status.
It's fine.
Anyway,
It's okay.
so Mike, I'll deal with that later. So repeat this here. So talk to me about this. Continue. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so we had dance steps, right, for Dance Machine from Jackson's.
Wow, that's my song right there.
Yeah.
It's a dance machine. Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
Yeah.
Do the bump. Do the bump.
Yeah.
So the outfits, dance machine.
She's ignoring my
I'm not.
my
I'm
singing
not.
prowess.
I'm not. I think it sounds great.
Okay, great.
Yeah,
Thank you
so-
very much.
Yeah, from dance steps with the Skittle outfits we had.
Skittle outfits. How did the audience receive your outfits?
Good question. What did they
Wow,
throw
we ain't-
anything?
We ain't get booed.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Okay.
We didn't get booed, so
Yeah,
Okay.
I killed it, but you.
we
So
did our thing.
yeah, of course.
Unfortunately, they had a shootout, or supposedly somebody set some firecrackers off.
Oh, those were
Somebody
guns
jealous.
back then.
That was somebody that couldn't battle you, that chose to cause a distraction so that y'all wouldn't get the light that you're supposed to get. Because a lot of times when things like that happen, it's because you have somebody that's looking for attention.
Right.
A lot of those free events or like things that happen in a party or like the block parties, it take one push. It could just be a push. The whole crowd is running because you don't know what that is. So that's very unfortunate.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Wow. So from then to now, the evolution of what you hold so dear as a performer and an MC. What do you just give me a little idea of what you think, how you think the evolution of the MC has occurred? Like things are not like they used to be. But to be quite honest with you, some of the things are the same. as artists, you know, as people who write rhymes, but things.
Yeah, everybody has their own different style. So,
Right.
you know, they come with their own style.
Right.
You might not understand what they're doing. People probably didn't understand what we were doing from
Right.
the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's like, all this rap stuff, they wasn't into it.
Mm.
You know? I got
They
a
didn't
funny
think he was
story.
gonna have the staying power that it did, and look.
I got a funny story about that too.
Mhm.
Because right in the beginning, I have a brother that played for Whitney Houston. He was a lead guitarist.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
his name's Steve Kelly. So he invited me and my grandmother down to Carnegie Hall to watch the show. And then it was a birthday party a couple of weeks later. He invited me and my daughter's mother up there. So everybody's at this big, grand piano, big white piano.
Right.
And everybody doing their little pieces. And he stops and said, "Hold up. My brother, he's a rapper."
Oh. So he put you on the spot right
Put me on
there.
the spot, man.
And what,
How did
so
it
what,
go?
How did, yeah, what happened? Listen, you give us half the
We
story.
gotta know.
Tell me the rest.
I don't think I did anything.
Mm.
Really? Why?
Yeah. I'm more of a group guy, you know.
Right.
You EK Mike C. You were supposed to eat that up.
Facts.
You were supposed to eat that up.
So listen, this is what I'm trying to tell you. So that's crazy right there. So right now, if I drop the beat, you still be able to kick a few bars right now. If
I could kick anything pretty much.
That's what I'm trying to tell you, son. If I drop the beat right now, you kick a couple rounds for me right now. Let's see. Let's hear something.
All right. Drop the beat. My name is Mike C, but you can call me EK. I'm kicking lyrics like a rock cats all day. Miles and miles, I'm cutting through rounds, I can't stand it. I'm being treated like a stepchild.
Hey.
But yes, I'm blowing up. It's all a part of growing up. They want a challenge, but yet no one was showing up. Cause being lyrical has never been a miracle. You wanted to criticize, I could get critical. Cause music is a part of me. It's like the artery. But when it's pumping, it's jumping just like the heart of me. See, I'm a pioneer. I'm rolling in high gear. Now grab a seat, sit back in the rear. Let the good times roll. I got the rolling control. Now Lord behold, now let it be told and told. There's nothing new with the way that I'm rhyming. I kept intact with the style I designed.
Come on.
Back the dude cassette, you can't regret what you select. So just jet down to the record shop, buy the old hip hop. You know the tune that you can assume that I compact any size disco, and I can pack 'em in just like the disco. Let's go.
Hey.
EK Mike C in the building.
EK Mike C all day. That was dope.
Yo, Mike, man, thank you so much for being here, brother.
He said, "Don't play
That
with
is the
me.
phenomenal ending right
Don't play
there.
with me.
Yo, man, thank you, bro.
Thank you. for
Yo,
having
listen to me. Tell us what's new, man. Tell us what's going on with you. Are you still active in the music business, or what are you doing moving forward? You know, talk to us a little about that.
Yeah, I'm
too.
still active in the music business. Also, I DJ.
Oh, okay, cool, man.
So
That's
I do
what's
a
up.
lot of weddings. You name it, I do it.
Yeah, man.
Are you mentoring any artists?
No, not as of yet.
I think you should.
Yeah.
I think you should. I'm gonna put it out there. You guys need to get in contact with EK Mike C about mentoring your artists and bringing out the best in them, because you know what it is to be on stage. You know what the audience is looking for, and some people have no showmanship at all. And that's not no shots to anybody. I'm not thinking about anybody specifically, but I'm just saying some people don't know. Like, they can have a dope song, but they don't know what to do. Okay, I got this dope song. I'm just gonna stand here. Nah, you gotta work. You gotta work that audience.
Right.
Exactly.
It's not gonna be you can't just stand here. And
Right.
you literally, if you rap, and you can't run from one end of the stage to the other.
Right. You got to be in
So
control of
they
the
need
audience.
you. Yeah.
You got to have crowd response. You
Absolutely.
You got to personalize yourself with the audience.
And don't ever get comfortable. Some people get comfortable.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some people get comfortable.
I tell
What-
a lot of people, you keep your skills up, do a lot of writing,
Right.
That's the key thing. Just write, because you never know when your opportunity is going to hit.
when somebody is gonna say, Mike, we need some bars, and you just did that. That was so smooth. You just was like,
Bars.
right now,
Bars.
what happened?
Bars. Bars.
You said bars.
Bars.
What's that?
EK Mike C
that all
in the
day.
building. Yo, Mike, you on social media, I'm quite sure. Please tell that first camera on the bottom there where everybody can find you, and let them know who you are.
They can find me under Crash Crew Music, LLC. and I am Michael Shaheed.
Oh,
all on the
okay. Salute.
Instagram. That's on Instagram.
Okay.
Both channels.
Okay, that's what's up, brother. And thank you so much for being here, bro.
Thank you for having me.
You know that touches my heart, man. I created this show for brothers just like you, bro. You know, in support of you guys, man. Because if it wasn't for you and me walking around with the box and doing like this and all that, I would have never been on television. I would have never had a record deal. I wouldn't be here doing this today. You know, trust me, man. So thank you so much. You know what I mean? I salute y'all, man. Like this.
I'm gonna add on to that and just say that I remember your song being played in my house, being played in our house parties, and I've always been in love with hip hop. While you were out, you know, with your box, press and record and play, I used to slide in my socks from the living room all the way to my bedroom, press and record and play and pause, record and play and pause, because I didn't want no commercials.
And I love it.
Thank
I truly love it.
Thank you.
And my question that I didn't get a chance to ask is, how does it feel when people call you legend?
That's a good question. Does it make you uncomfortable? Does it make you feel like...
Not uncomfortable. I mean, we've been through it from the beginning of hip-hop, you know, and our process was never due, you know. So
I got you.
I mean, I appreciate it, you know.
But you are a legend.
It's never too late to pay your dues. It's never too late to pay your dues.
You
pay
are.
your dues.
Listen, you are a legend, brother. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Okay. Godspeed to you, man. Respect to you, man. All right, this is the T Money Podcast joint with my girl Stax Cadero. You know, straight from the block. You know what I mean?
Harlem, stand up on your couch.
That's right. Sliding through her living room. You know.
That's right, in my socks.
And my man EK Mike C.
EK, everybody knows Mike C.
That's right. And the EK stands for everybody knows. You know what I mean?
Don't play with it.
Salute to the legendary Crash Crew, man. One for you guys, man. There would be no us. And that's period, point blank. Peace, 2 fingers, man. And we out of here. All right? Salute.
It's the T Money Podcast.